So there you go. And a turn plan said it. It's a verb. Hello, I wanted to squeeze in one more small sewn gift idea for you before Christmas. So if you're still looking for just that little something present to sew for somebody, this is the video for you. I'm going to show you how to make these cute little travel tissue pouches. I made a third one, but my daughter already took it. I was gonna put it in her stocking, but as you know, she edits my videos and she's performing in a community theater production of The Christmas Carol. And she was like, this would be really nice if I had it now. So I gave it to her. But they're so cute. I think the addition of the little keyring swivel hook makes it extra cute. And this project literally takes like 5 or 10 minutes. So fast. I'm Nikki. This is Pin Cut Sew. I'm so glad you're here. I've been rolling out the Christmas project videos as fast as I can, but I still have a lot more ideas. I mentioned recently Christmas in July kind of thing, and a lot of people thought that was a great idea. So I'm saving those extra ideas that I don't have time for now for July. We will have Christmas in July. It's going to be so fun. So if you have ideas for that, let me know. If there's anything you want to learn to make for gifts, let me know in the comments here so that I can put it on the Christmas in July list, and then we can get started way earlier with our Christmas sewing next year. So before we start with the tutorial, I wanted to tell you I made this printable version of this tutorial. You don't have to have this to make this, but it does have a handy dandy pattern piece. Yes, it's just a rectangle, but sometimes it's just so much easier when someone else does your work for you. So you can go purchase this in my shop if you want to. I'll put the link in the little first part of the description for a few dollars, and then you'll have a printable version that you can refer back to without coming back to the video every time you want to make one. So I think that's all. Oh, at the end, after this little tutorial, I'm going to tell you 3 more very small gift ideas that are really quick and easy to batch sew, and then one gift idea that I absolutely love to give that I've been making since my kids were babies. So I'm going to tell you all about that at the end. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, let's start. Besides your pattern piece, this is primitive. Yours printable one will look better if you purchase that one. You'll also need some fabric, some lining fabric, some lightweight interfacing. And then for the optional hanging tab, you need some kind of ribbon or trim. I'm going to use this cute ruler twill tape. Oh yes, this hook thing. You could also use instead like a key ring or anything like that, or even just a D-ring to be hooked onto other things, but I like these swivel hooks from Hobby Lobby. You can get these pretty much anywhere, even like Walmart, I think. So that's what I'm going to use, and then of course you'll need some travel tissues. I bought a 3-pack and I already need more because I decided on more people to make these for. Okay, so I'm gonna cut all my fabrics at the same time. I wanna sort of make sure the stretch goes the same direction. It just makes projects like this easier. Even woven fabrics stretch more one way than they do the direction that the selvage goes. So this is the stretchy side. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my interfacing while I'm at it. I'm running low on spots to cut my interfacing from. Okay, I'm just gonna put my pattern here, cut these all out at the same time. I think these whistles are an OG cotton and steel print. Been waiting for the right thing to use them on. Down to interfacing scraps at this point. Okay, unpin. This is an extremely quick project, like just a few seams and you're done. So this is a very fast little gift idea, especially if you keep the travel tissues on hand. So easy for a last minute get. Okay, so on your outside fabric, you're going to press your fusible interfacing onto it. I like to do it from this side so it doesn't stick to my iron. Okay, I think I got corrected in the comments by calling ironing, like using the word iron as a verb. Which I think we all do. Have we just Americanized that into being a verb and now it is one? Or is the proper thing to say pressing? You press with an iron. I don't know. I'm not sure. The comment wasn't very clear on what I was wrong about, but I did find it interesting. And then I was thinking of Edna Turnblad in Hairspray saying, I gotta do my ironing. So there you go. Edna Turnblad said it. It's a verb. So we have our interfaced outside piece, and now we have our lining piece. We're going to put it face down on top of it, and we're going to stitch the short edges in a 1/4 inch seam. Okay, so now we have our short edges stitched, and we're going to turn that right side out and press these edges so they're nice and neat. Press with your iron. Like to get them nice and crisp, and now I'm going to go top stitch them 1/8 of an inch from each edge. You can also optionally use like a piece of rickrack or trim or something on these edges. I'm not going to do that on mine, but I wish I had like a cotton lace trim. I need to get more of that because I always wish I had that. Okay, here's my piece so far. Now I'm going to fold it in half in order to press a crease into it just to mark the center. So put those short edges together and crease so that you can mark the center line. So now I have a nice crease right here in the middle. So before we finish, we need to add our little ribbon. This part is optional. Maybe you just want to throw yours in your purse or whatever. I like to have the option of clipping it to something, and I think my girls will like to have that option too of clipping it to like their bags, backpacks, things like that. Okay, going to fold this in half. I cut it 3.5 inches. I'm going to fold it in half and put on my little, okay, this is the third time I've almost forgotten to include this thing. If you're using a key ring, it's fine. You can just put that on after. But mine needs to go on before I sew it. So I'm going to slip this on. When you're choosing a ribbon, make sure you pick something strong like a grosgrain ribbon or a twill like this to make sure it doesn't come apart. I'm going to leave some overhang, maybe like 3/8 of an inch, center it on my line, and I'm going to stitch across to hold it in place. Okay, now this is the last seam. I'm going to fold both my edges in to the center, and I'm going to lap them at the top and bottom. Just this string, 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to lap the edges. I just find this works better to hold the tissues where they belong. Put a clip here, and then I'm going to do the same on this side. Lap them over the center line. Clip here. Let me press these so they're a little flatter. You don't need to press them too well because it's going to get turned right side out anyway. Pin everything in place, and I'm going to go stitch these short edges in a 1/4 inch seam. When I get to the middle, because it's bulky and it will have more stress on it as it's being used, I'm going to go back and forth over that an extra time before I go to the other end. Okay, so now it looks like this. Now, to keep these edges from making a frayed mess on the inside, I'm going to find my pinking shears. I literally just had them. Oh, okay. If you don't have pinking shears, you can just do a zigzag stitch on this edge inside of your seam allowance, and that will keep it from fraying. But also pinking shears can help neaten this edge so that it won't fray on the inside. I do not like to cut my ribbon end short though. Maybe just a little bit shorter. And then sometimes if I pick a ribbon that frays a little bit more, this one doesn't, but I also put some fray check on there too. Just because I want these gifts to last a long time, you know? And then you turn it right side out. So easy, you guys. Very fast gift. You can batch sew these. Super easy. It's scrap friendly. Very, very quick to make. And inexpensive since the tissues, I think a 3-pack was $1.99 in the travel section. Okay, I like to get the corners looking nice and crisp. And then I position, before I press it flat, I like to get the flaps positioned where I want them. So overlapping like this. Then press, press, press. And those corners and the ends so that it is nice and neat looking. Then I prefer to open the tissues because they're more easily accessible. What is wrong with this tissue pack? Oh, okay. I like to take them out of here and put them in their new home. Now you have this nice and neat little pack of tissues. If you're a mom, I have teenagers. I am still relied upon to always have tissues for when one of them has snot rockets at tennis lessons. Okay, now you can just grab a Kleenex when you want. Isn't that cute? Let me know if you like this idea, and let me tell you some other good little something gifts that you can sew very quickly. Okay, as promised, more small sewing gift ideas. When you just need to give somebody a little something, or you want to make a bunch of little somethings, and not even necessarily for Christmas, but like cast gifts for shows like my daughters are in, hostess gifts. My mother-in-law, I made this one for my mother-in-law because she's coming into town. I like to give people little gifty things when they arrive, and I thought she would like this. So any reason that you need a little gift idea, here are my go-tos besides this now. I also really love to make bookmarks. You can make a bunch of these at one time, especially if you quilt them all together. So these are my personal fabric bookmarks that I use constantly. There's a tutorial for this on my channel and a pattern in my shop. The second is coffee sleeves. I won't go into detail because you've heard me talk about these way too many times, but I just whipped up like, I think I made 3 in 20 minutes the other day. And then now I love to make these jar cozies. And the reason is not only because they're really fast to make, but because you can gift the jar with a cozy in tons of different ways. And the video tutorial talks all about those ways. Plus, if you read the comments under that video, people have even more good ideas. So these are a go-to for me for sure now, and they're super fast and easy. The thing that I've been making for many, many years, and it's not just one thing, it's multiple things, but every Christmas since my kids were little, I've made ornaments. Not every single Christmas. There's some that I took off, and actually this year I didn't make them. Well, I did. I made a prototype, but nobody could tell what it was. If you were on my community tab, you saw the little Highland cow. I fixed him, I put eyes on him and everything, but then I just kind of ran out of time and energy for it, so maybe I'll make the Highland cow as part of Christmas in July. But anyway, I have been making batches of ornaments for many years. I think the most I made was 25 because I would keep them in a basket and I would just hand them out as people came over. I would give them to church friends and I would tie them on each family member's gift and give them that way. So I made like, I think the very first year I made birds, and then I made some cupcakes. I made nesting dolls, matryoshka dolls. I have made boots. I made little pies. I'll put that link to that pattern because it was an Etsy pattern, pies. Last year I made little nutcracker guys. They were so cute, all lined up in a row with their mustaches. So fun. Let's see, I've made origami butterfly ornaments. I've made seahorses. You can see these don't have to be Christmassy to be ornaments. You just put a string on it and boom, ornament. This reminded me of the French toast my daughter when she was younger. Who asked? I think my husband asked, how do you make French toast? And she said, you go to France, you make toast. Boom, French toast. Okay, anyway, back to the ornaments. These are a great thing to make. You can find tons of cute ornament patterns on Etsy. My tips are, don't get ones that you have to hand sew the entire thing. A lot of the felt ornaments that are so cute are like that. But if you're seeing a lot of hand embroidery and hand stitching, avoid those if you want to make a ton of them. And obviously, if you're going to make your own pattern, make sure that people will know what it is, unlike my Highland cow. So that's all I have for you today. If you have little something gift ideas that you have made, please share them with us in the comments. And if you're going to make some tissue pouches, let me know about that too. I hope you all liked this. And I also hope you have a Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. But knowing me, I will probably get the itch to make some kind of video, and I just have to make it before Christmas. So if I see you, I see you. If I don't, please have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.